What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a fun one for you. We got 3 discs in the mail, and they're pretty interesting to say the least. They're from Temu, okay? We got the Disco Enjoy Your Game GP1 putter S-line 2301 PDGA approved. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this might be the exact same mold as the Eagle Wig. Unfortunately, I launched my Eagle Wig into a lake at the fort.
Oh, it skipped!
So I no longer have it for comparison. It was a sad day. I've been bagging that disc for maybe 3-4 months now. It's actually a really good throwing putter, so I'm hoping that this is a direct replacement and it'll go straight into the bag. It's very much in that S-line Innova P2. Just, you can smack it hard, it's gonna go far, it's never gonna burn, it's got good stability. As it works in a little bit, it's a super nice throwing putter. So we got the GP1, little bit of a rebrand from Temu, which brings us to our next Frisbee, the GP2. Now the GP2, this is a cool one. The flight numbers say 4302, so kind of in that Zone SS slot, I guess you could say. These are PDGA approved also. Enjoy Your Game Disco GP2 putter and approach S-line. That's a little closer to S-line, I guess. This is kind of like a jawbreaker swirl almost. If I'm being completely honest, this is one of the better discs in terms of hand feel that I've felt in quite some time. It's this very interesting tweener, like it's lower profile than a Zone. It honestly feels like it might be a little bit larger diameter as well. Not totally sure, but it's got a little more of a rounded edge on the top part, and then the bottom is pretty much identical to any of your overstable approach discs. So we got the GP1, the GP2, and then the last one we decided to pick up was the Star Zone from XUFO. Star Zone. Yeah, you heard that right. Temu's on one, to say the least. Now this disc, this is where it gets interesting, kinda. 4303 putt and approach, PGA approved once again. As you can see, the plastic looks extremely similar. It's the same. The only thing is I honestly cannot tell if these are the same disc or not. This one, the GP2, seems to be slightly deeper, just based on looks, a little bit more of a blunt edge, and then the Star Zone looks slightly lower, little less blunt, little sharper. We're gonna get out today. We're gonna throw them. I'm gonna throw them in the field right here, just for initial first impressions. We're gonna throw a forehand and a backhand, see how they fly. I'm hoping they're in that Zone SS category. I really hope they are very straight, because they have an amazing forehand feel on them. And to be honest, I'm already bagging the GP1 or the Eagle Wig in disguise. So these could be something that actually goes into my bag. So should be a fun one today. Let's get into it.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
I honestly think it's hilarious that they literally just ripped Discmania's branding, changed the wording, and just ran with it. And then obviously the people designing these Temu discs are somewhat in the know of disc golf. Otherwise, there's no way they're coming up with the name Star Zone. Probably got like 250 here. Nothing crazy, just a little smoothie. Disco GP1. See what I mean when I say like that is a really nice Frisbee? Also, this is pure speculation, but I'm pretty sure the Meridian discs, whatever their throwing putter is the Eagle Wig mold, as well as the GP1. And then their first mid-range, I think the straight, is the Bison from Temu as well. When they first started the company, their pink throwing putter looked identical side profile to the Eagle Wig, and then their mid-range looked identical side profile to the Bison. And then Josh, the owner of Meridian, was on a podcast talking about how they are using a Chinese distributor, Chinese manufacturer for their discs. And I'm like, that is so awesome that there's a company that's putting out the same disc as like the Eagle Wig, which is kind of a meme disc. It's really no different than all these other companies using streamline discs as their own molds or whatever. You know, you got 5 different versions of the Pathfinder out there. Let's try the GP2. Yeah, I mean, that's a stable approach disc. Definitely not like super beef. And then the XUFO Star Zone. Yeah, I mean, I need to almost look up the measurements on PDGA and figure out if those are the same exact disc. They look so similar, but something about them like doesn't look exact. Just for a quick comparison, we're gonna show you the side profile of the Zone and then the Star Zone. You can see they're very similar, obviously, both overstable approach discs, but this one has a little more of a curvature on the top. Just the slightest difference, a little more rounded, which I kind of feel like this one's gonna be a little faster. Stability, I guess we'll find out. Quick zone flight for the baseline stability test. Star Zone. Definitely faster. I feel like I can just tell out of the hand. It just moves a little more. And then the GP2. Feel like these are the same disc. I don't think Temu is gonna put the money and like effort in to have 2 different branded like overstable approach discs, because they don't even probably know what that is. So I don't think they're gonna put the effort in to get 2 separate molds, because obviously that costs a lot of money. I think obviously Disco is supposed to be like a separate brand through them, and then XUFO is another separate brand. So I think it's kind of a similar thing where it's like 2 brands, even though I feel like every disc that's on Temu is just a Temu disc. They feel really good, guys. Like better than a lot of stable to overstable approach discs on the market right now. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like a slightly deeper, slightly more rounded tempo. Well, here's the spread. These 2 went a little further than the Zone. Just gonna be playing a little safari layout out here today. That's kind of the only option. We got the basket straight ahead here. This is just like a nice little approach. Gonna go GP1 first. We're actually gonna hit this on a little flex out backhand and kind of see how it holds. That's one of my favorite shots with the Eagle Wig, was that kind of Annie push to flat. So we'll see if the GP1 flies the same. This has gotta be the same disc, but something about it feels a little lower profile. See what I mean? That's so good. It's such a good Frisbee. Oh, I love it. That GP1, GP2 combo, unstoppable. Is he gonna hyzer before the tree? Don't go into the tree. You suck. Can't win them all. So I think pretty much everyone in disc golf is an absolute whore for overstable approach discs. Specifically ones that go a little straighter. At least it seems, and that's me for sure. The Zone SS that Discraft needs to, hopefully they're working on it behind the scenes. Who knows? And don't comment out, oh, the ringer, the breaker. No, it's not the same. But the Jawbreaker Zone, I get it, but it only lasts like 4 months and then it's toast, okay? This thing right here, this super beat to shit ESP Zone, this is the biggest, this is the closest to a Zone SS that I've ever had. This thing is like, truly is a Zone SS. But when it comes to these overstable, stable, straight approach style, forehand, low profile discs, you just can't help but like try them all out, especially as a content creator. But the funny part is like, most people are just gonna agree that the Zone is the best. You know, maybe if you like something deeper, you could go with like a Harper tactic. Obviously they're a little slower too, but overall it's really hard to like knock the Zone off of the podium here, you know, for most people. Me on the other hand, I kind of like throwing something that's like a little like random, you know, and so the GP1 and the Star Zone, it's like, why not just give them a shot? As a content creator, it's tricky to get your bag set because you're always trying new stuff, and then you're like, I like this, but in reality, does it replace, you know, the go-tos, the Firebirds, the Wraiths, the Destroyers, the P2 AVRs? Who knows? The Zones. But it's fun, and then you get these in your hand, and you're like, well, I gotta give them a rip. We got a little more distance on this hole, 322. You can see the basket kind of tucked under those trees. I think this is gonna be perfect for a little push flex that kind of comes out nice and flat on the forehand. This will be a good indicator of kind of what these can handle. Oh, that is, that's awesome. They go 250 feet and then they hyzer out. I have such a love-hate relationship with reviewing discs, because sometimes I'll review discs and I'll be like, this thing's ass, nobody cares. But then sometimes you get something like this from a brand that's not even a real disc golf brand, but hey, it works. And this plastic, if I'm being completely honest, this plastic feels better than a lot of the stuff, you know, companies are putting out. It feels kind of like a Starry Pro blend. Like, you can tell it's not the most premium of premium, but it's not a baseline at all. You know, it's right in that kind of sweet spot. Can we do it twice? I'm gonna leave this one a little higher. Hyzer, missed that tree. Yeah, So the reason I got these Frisbees was they actually got me on an Instagram ad. I've been seeing them, and I said, you know what, I don't need to spend the money. At first it was the distance driver, like the 11 speed. I can't remember if they call it the DD1 or not. They probably do. The Enjoy Your Game Disco DD1, which kind of sounds sick, to be honest. But I was like, don't need that one. I know for a fact that's just the same disc as the ones I've already tried out. But then when I saw these Stable Approach discs, I was like, okay, those are worth like actually picking up, spending a little money on. The thing, they're like $9. So I got them. Pleasantly surprised as of today. And then obviously I picked up a backup Eagle Wig. They got me on the ads is basically what I'm trying to say. But it's funny. All the other ones, not really interested in, because they did this whole rebrand obviously with the Discmania ripoff. But all the other discs from Temu are pretty ass, like the fairway drivers, they're all just rollers. So I don't think those are worth trying, but these Disco GP2s in the Star Zone. Some of you might know I've been in the journey of finding a putting putter for quite some time. Who isn't, you know? But I've really been enjoying the P1. I like the Birdie Disc Golf Supply Marvel. I really love me some KC Pro AVRs as well. So it's kind of like, depending on the day, you know, what are we using here? I don't know. I still haven't, they come and go. But if they released, because they do have base plastic Eagle Wigs, but they only come in like 164 grams. If they released 171 gram base plastic white GP1s, I think my putter would probably have to be these. Let's see how the premium works. Maybe I should just start putting premium. Oh, frickin' sailed it. Oh, frickin' whomped it. Chinged it. So far we're 1 for 3 on both holes. That's always good. Got a 262 footer here. Just gonna hit them all in little flex backhands. Come back. See what I mean? It's not like a beefcake, but it kind of holds it. I flex it a little too much. It's not gonna like really fight out of it, but it's gonna get that little push to flat. Is it gonna come out? Barely. Okay. Let's give this one a little more air. A little more time to work. I like that. If that even gets there. Am I a noodle arm? Yeah, big time. So I actually did email Temu and be like, hey, can we do another brand deal? Because I've done one in the past. Because why not try and make like 300 bucks from this video? They didn't get back to me. It's been like 2 weeks. Unfortunate L. Y'all think I can make this GP1 putt with the GP2, GP1 to GP2 all day? Hook. Oh, what? All day? Ugh. 256, slightly uphill. Basket just perched in the distance. GP1 all day. Tell me that is not just a great throwing putter. I'm gonna try and really smack this on a nice like hyzer. Just swing it wide, see how it handles it. I was hoping I would push up a little bit more. Okay, when you hit them flat, they definitely move. GP1 all day. Guys, I need you to comment down below, what one do I bag first? The Star Zone or the GP2? Do I go GP1, GP2 combo? Also, what does G stand for? Go putt 1? I don't know. Chinger. Well guys, that's pretty much gonna do it for today's video. Just a quick little highlight of the brand new GP1 Star Zone and GP2. Absolute money frisbees from Temu. If you want these, go to Temu. If you'd like to support me directly and you want to pick anything else that isn't probably a Temu frisbee, head over to powergripusa.com. Use code Broderick10. Saves you 10%, and it also kicks back directly to me as well. Thank you. We're gonna give these one more rip, wide open here. It's 402-foot hole. Obviously, I could get it there for sure with these, but I'm just gonna hit them flat, see how they fly when you really just like hit them, maybe even on a little flex, kind of see how they handle a full shot. As soon as this guy walking his dog is out of the way, because that's probably right where they're gonna land. Oof. What if that goes in the basketball hoop? Oh, I mean, that's actually kind of a smack. See what I mean, guys? Holy shit. Let's see what the GP2 does. Oof. Oh, I thought that was gonna go into the basketball hoop. So the GP2 does not go as far as the GP1, which kind of is probably how it should be. A throwing putter should go further than an approach disc. But honestly, they're almost like the same stability. Star Zone should probably do the same thing. We're gonna try and flex it a little more even. Oof. It's a good consistent disc. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.
Creator of Frisbee Club,
the man,
motherfuckers.
The man, the myth.
And right here, I have a frisbee bag. It holds all my frisbees, the ones I like.